What's going on, gamers? This your boy Launchpad1412. Excited to be back with some more Madden 13 gameplay. I have the Giants. A subscriber asked for some Giants gameplay, man. So I'm here to deliver that mail and knock down that pin. You guys know how I do, but I'm actually not going to talk about the gameplay. No, not today. I'm actually going to talk about my top 10 fictional characters. I'm excited to bring this to you guys. I think you guys are definitely going to enjoy this. With no further ado, let's get into it. Number 10, Bugs Bunny, man. Without question, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. I'm a big Looney Tunes fan, man. I actually have Looney Tunes on DVD, like the first 3-4 collections. It's called a collections item, that's what it's called. And I have the first 4 volumes. I don't know if they have any more because I haven't really bought a DVD in a long time. But I actually do have those DVDs. Bugs Bunny is, without question, my favorite character out of the Looney Tunes ensemble. Bugs Bunny, I remember at one point he had June Bugs on the Cartoon Network. That was probably like one of my favorite times in my young life, man, because I would watch Bugs Bunny all day, man. Go outside, come back and watch Bugs Bunny, man. It was definitely a treat, man. Number 10, Bugs Bunny, without question. One of my favorite characters. He's a character I would never forget. Number 9, the Red Ranger. I was a huge Power Rangers fan. Yes, I was a huge Power Rangers fan. I was a kid when the Power Rangers first came out. I would come inside from outside playing, and the reason why I would come inside is because I wanted to watch the Power Rangers. Yes, I would block out 30 minutes of my day. It didn't care who said what, because I wanted to watch the Power Rangers. Huge fan. My favorite Ranger was the Red Ranger, the leader. I always kind of was the guy that liked the leader, no matter, especially if they had like a group TV show, you know. The leader was usually my favorite character. Usually, the Red Ranger was, without question, my favorite character. He was the one that emulated the most. So shout out to Jason, who was the Red Ranger. And yeah, that's my number 9, Red Ranger, man. Number 8, Goku. Everybody's favorite. Definitely my favorite character in the Dragon Ball Z history, man. The thing that I love about him was how he got the spirit bomb and how he has to take all the good people's soul to create this bomb to defeat evil, man. I think that aspect of Goku is excellent. And I also think that's excellent that he's goofy and he can fight at the same time. Not necessarily the most intelligent character, but he's without question a great fighter, man. And plus he's silly, man. And I can respect that about him. I say that's 2 characteristics that are very rare that you see in people. Number 7, Spider-Man. Without question, my favorite character in the Marvel universe. Especially when I was younger. Now it's kind of a toss-up between him, Wolverine, and maybe even Deadpool a little bit, and Iron Man. But I would definitely say he's number 1 in Marvel universe. Not DC, but Marvel. Those are 2 different universes, just in case you didn't know. Spider-Man comic was actually the first comic I read as a kid. I remember getting the Spider-Man comic in the McDonald's Happy Meal, and that was probably my first time I ever had love for Spider-Man. Number 6, Ryu. Yes, Ryu from the Street Fighter. It's imperative that I put him on this list. He's my favorite Street Fighter character, obviously. But whenever I needed to beat the computer and I wanted to beat the game, or I needed to face someone that was very formidable, my go-to guy was Ryu, man. Without question, my favorite character, man. I played a lot of Street Fighter as a kid, me and my family, so it's without question, like I said, imperative that I put him on this list, man. Definitely got much love for Ryu, much respect. Number 5, Superman. Yes, Soupy in the building. Superman, without question, the epitome of a hero. One of the nicest guys you ever meet. He'll do anything to save everyone. And the Man of Steel, man. I can't wait for the movie to come out next week. I'm definitely going to catch that. Hopefully I can catch it in IMAX if I have the money. And I definitely can't wait for that, man. And he's just, you know what's funny, man? Now looking at this list, I was like, man, what am I going to say about Superman? Because it's just something about him, man. He's just one of those characters that is just great, man. And that's the only thing you can really say. Number 4, Optimus Prime. Without question, deserving the top 5. As a young kid, about 3-4 years old, I was very much in love with the Transformers. I remember the movie, the 1980s movie, when Optimus Prime actually died. It broke my heart. He was my favorite character. But even though Optimus Prime died, Hot Rod definitely was a solid replacement. But there's nothing like Optimus Prime. In the 3 movies that has came out with Shia LaBeouf in them, my favorite line out of all 3 of those movies when Optimus Prime's in the woods and his great fight Megatron and a couple of his enemies. I can't remember the enemies at the time. Optimus Prime says, "Fine, I'll take you all on." And right there, I just felt something incredible. I don't know what I felt, but it was incredible, man, because it was just, he's the epitome of what I would consider a leader. I say that because he's a guy that's going to be on the front line. He's not the guy that's going to be in the back pointing and directing and telling people what to do. He's going to be in the front line going against the best people and doing whatever it takes to show that he's a team player. Even though he is a leader, he probably does things that most leaders wouldn't do. Number 4, Optimus Prime. Number 3, Leonardo, the Blue Turtle. Yes, I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I would probably say my second favorite cartoon of all time is Ninja Turtles. It's that serious, man. If you can rewind back to time in the early 90s, if you can remember how serious Ninja Turtles was, you will understand why Leonardo is so high on this list. Without question, my favorite turtle. Now once again, he's a leader. Another leader. I was a guy that liked to be leading when I was a kid. When I would play the games, arcade games, I always picked Leonardo. Someone took Leonardo, went to Donatello because he had the big bow staff and he could hit enemies at range. But if Leonardo was available, there was no question that I picked Leonardo. I love the Turtles as a whole, man. Michelangelo, Raphael, but without question, Leonardo is also the epitome of a leader. That's another reason why I like him. And kind of like myself, we hate to concede to failure. Number 2, Jimmy Kudo, a young kid, man. He's a young kid. 17-year-old genius, but he's a detective, man. One of the greatest detectives on the East Wing. You can find Jimmy Kudo and Case Closed. Type in Case Closed into the Google and you can find him, man. His anime character, it did come to USA in 2004, but it kind of got overlooked because probably nobody really knew who he was. But and plus the show came on at 1 o'clock in the morning, so it was hard to for the show to get proper respect, so to speak, and promotion. The reason why I came on at 1 in the morning because of the deaths were very horrifying in this show. So if you're gonna watch it, know there's gonna be some crazy deaths and crazy ways people die in the show. But without question, one of my favorite shows. Jimmy Kudo is my second favorite character. His unique detective ability makes him paramount to me. He's a 17-year-old genius, like I said. I got shrunk on the case to a pint-sized kid, like a 6, 7-8-year-old kid, and he had to solve cases as a 6, 7-year-old. At least that's what he looked like. And was pretty intriguing, and I really loved the show. Number 1, Batman, man. Without question, my favorite character. I think you guys knew this was coming. There's so much I can say about him. There's so much you guys already know. That's why I kind of took my time to get to him, because there's so much there's not really much I have to tell you. But what I can tell you is the reason why I love Batman so much. For one, I'm definitely in love with the animated series. Matter of fact, in this very moment, I'm actually watching the animated series on my second disc on the first season, actually on the first volume, I'm sorry. And I'm actually watching from the beginning all the way to the end, because I've done this about 6 times. I just love the show that much. On top of the show, Batman, the epitome of mental capacity as far as mental strength. And that's the one thing that I love about him, because he knows so much. He's the world's greatest detective, 127 different fighting styles. He's been through everything. He can be considered Houdini. Some things that he's done is even considered godlike. But without question, my favorite thing about him is his mental strength. And that's why I kind of, I'm not going to say I kind of idolize a little bit, but it's the one thing that I take from him and I try to apply it to my actual life. So, that's pretty big. But that is my top 10 favorite fictional characters. I think you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Tell me what you guys thought about the fictional characters that I have chosen in the comment section. Don't forget to do that. And tell me your top 5 or top 10 or number 1. If you want to tell me number 1, again, I already asked you guys before, so you don't have to put it if you want to. But if you guys want to, let me know what you guys like. I'm interested. I love fictional characters. I'm still a huge cartoon fan, man. Even though I'm a grown up, I'm still into a lot of stuff, man. Grown, teenager, in between. There's not too much that I don't like. I do have a very versatile and open mind. So yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys think, man. Shout out to my opponent, man. Check out the efficiency, 14 for 14 from the field by Eli Manning, man. He did a very good job this game. It's one of the more efficient games I've had this year. That's why I was very excited to show you guys this game. Shout out to my opponent once again. Shout out to y'all. You guys are the greatest subscribers on the planet, second to none. This is your boy, Launchpad 1412, and I'm out.